Hi everyone and welcome back. Interesting, yesterday I went out very early. I bought this bike on Tuesday from a motorcycle shop, and they their hours were so strict and I couldn't get there for 5 p.m. of an evening. So I said I'll come Saturday, so I picked it up, and it was in a state, you know, there's no two ways about it. It was in a state. And then I spent all day on the day working on it because I enjoyed it, if I'm being honest. And then I got to a stage that I was really happy with, and I kind of still am. Although, if I'd picked up a bike like this now, I'd be bothered by its state. I'd be bothered, but ultimately, where it's come from and where it is, I think is a huge difference. And I think for the kind of pricing we're looking at, it's probably going to be an 850 bike with an MOT, you know. So I'm not too fussed. It's really not too bad. Any of the kind of nicks left, I'd say, was kind of everyday kind of issues. I can't find a seat or a cover anywhere. It's driving me nuts. Part of me wants to see how bad this one is underneath, and I don't know. Danny says recover them like I did last time. I have ordered the back thing, so that's good, because I was considering losing it. Some people online, they take all of this away, that, and they just have a single seat cruiser, and they say it looks better. For me, the back's too long for that. You'd need to shorten the back a touch. I do prefer the rear, even though I know people wouldn't necessarily be using it. Okay, so where are we? So I want to get some of the chrome and stuff polished up. I think at the moment it's hard to tell that it's a fairly okay bike with a lot of the chrome thingy. Someone messaged, Daniel I think messaged yesterday, and he said get the mechanics done first. Absolutely spot on, but I think it's okay. What I'm going to do, actually, it's been sitting all night, oil's cold, bike's cold. Let's see, first of all, does it start, and secondly, is the clutch sticky? I've got brand new oil at home. I'm going to warm the bike up, drop the oil, put brand new oil in it. Let's see if we can get it, if the clutch is not so sticky anymore. That would be the ideal, wouldn't it? Alright, let's get this stand set up. Yeah, feels great. Gearbox just needed kind of loosening up and warming up, and again the new oil will really help with that. Not sure why the idle was high, except when I tightened up the boot on this side, I didn't readjust, so I potentially stopped an air leak, which was raising. No, hang on a minute. Oh yes, if you seal it more, the revs can go. I don't know, but ultimately I'll need to keep an eye on on the revs. Make sure they're not going up and down. If they are, it probably need a carb clean, as someone suggested anyway. Let's see. I want to give some of the chrome work a polish. I want to get this sticker off, although again it's cold. I might have to bring up the hairdryer. Stickers come off so much easier when you warm them up, guys. Honestly, it's a lesson I wish I'd learnt many years back. I want to see if I can get this rear indicator doing something. So my guess is the bulb's gone. Let's see if we can get that sorted, because then I'll put it all back in and that's just back to how it should be. And then we had an issue with the front brake light switch. I'll check the wiring here. That's very easy to do. You pop the wiring off here, touch them together. If the rear light comes on, then it's working and the switch is the issue. On rare occasions I've got lucky and I've taken a switch apart and fixed it, but they're so basic that for the 4 or 5 quid you probably want to just grab a new one. And yeah, I just want to start getting the bits back together, and I want to test another horn to see if the horn's working. But of course it's just started to rain. That's my luck. So a simple bulb wobble seems to have fixed the rear indicator. Look, there you go. That was also an MOT failure in March. In March it failed its MOT on that bulb. All I did was wiggle it and get it all kind of set, and there we go. Oh, that's interesting. Look, they're mounted in different places. Someone, I forgot who it was this morning, was saying how the dynamics of the bike, the exhaust especially, winds them up. And then look, if I show you this, wow, look, that one's here, that one's there. They look original though. They are. There's no way that bracket. Oh, do you know what? Quirky. Kind of like it, really. Great, let me throw that back on. So we've got it, that bit's done. And then a horn. I've got spare horns, I'll chuck one on, see if we can get that horn in. When you nip something up, always check it again, because they're the kind of ones that will go wrong on your way to the MOT, and that would drive you nuts. So so the horn is next. Big old horn there. All you've got to do is pop the wires off. I've got a few horns in here, although of course, now that I want one, they won't necessarily stick out. Oh, look at the size of that bad boy. Right, let's plug that in, or touch it to the wires. Let's see if we've got horn. My guess is that the wires just need a bit of a clean, and that horn works. In fact, let's turn it on. Nope, let me get the stand. I'm not going to be able to do it without the stand. So one of my go-to methods of testing electrics is holding the buttons down and wiggling them to see if you get anything. So ignition on, no horn on the button, hold the button down, give it a wiggle. No. So step 2, connect these. Connect these to the new horn. See what happens. I think it's a loud horn. That's interesting. I think it's a powerful horn. It was doing something. Let me find a more normal horn. I'm sure I've got plenty kicking about. So I need to order a horn, but let's just check. This is the CB horn. I don't even know if it works, but let's see if the electrics are okay in reality. Yeah, you heard that? Okay, so we know the horns work. That's fine. The wires work even. That's fine. I'll order a horn, 6, 7, 8, 9, £10 on eBay here in no time, and that's a very quick and easy fix. We're looking good. We're looking good. I want to take the tape off the seat and see how bad it is underneath. You never know, actually. Some idiots might have just put that on anyway. So ignore the Piaggio fly in the background. I'm going to catch you up with what that is in a minute. Let's see what's under this. If we're lucky, there's no slits or rips and someone's just been stupid or minimal. Oh, it's not too bad at all. Oh, I'm saying that well early actually, I'm aware of that. I need to clean that up. I mean, it's got tiny bits, but God, it will look better polished than gaffer tape, wouldn't it? Oh, I hate gaffer tape. Oh. Well, I mean, I use gaffer tape, but there's going to be a big fat slit under here. What's wrong with people? There's going to be a hole here, surely. Yeah, there's a bit of one there, but nothing. That's ridiculous. I mean, there's really not much of an issue there. Look, that tiny little bit there, look. And that's quite common on these leather seats. I don't get people sometimes. Let me see if I can clean that up, because it'll... Again, this is just going to be a nice running MOT bike with some imperfections. So I'm not too worried about anything else. Look at the difference. It's got that little bit of wear. How can people devalue their stuff so much by sticking things down with super glues and gaffer taping a seat that doesn't really have many issues? I don't get it. And then they traded this in. They traded it in. I mean, they sold it to me for 220, the shop. So they've probably given them 100 quid for this. And that's just token. Whereas if they'd just done this work, you might be looking at 400 or 500 through trade, you know, which is a huge difference. Wow. Yeah, honestly, it's beyond me sometimes. So, I think I'm going to push this aside to see if I can help out this other, although saying that, what am I off for MOT next Saturday? What am I missing? Or should I not rush it? So it needs the rear brake. I think I'm going to look at the fly for an hour and then I'll come back to this. Let's do that. Let's do that.